Hello everybody. So today's video is going to be, as you've seen in the thumbnail, upgrading the Arrma Typhon Grom. Now this is the brushless system. The only thing I've done so far is put the shock tower brace on there. I heard that is pretty much a must-have upgrade there if you don't want to have to replace the entire chassis, because the shock tower is part of the chassis. So let's go over a few of the things here that we're going to be doing. I actually got the bumper set. These are for this is the Granite Grom bumper set. That way we get any front end collisions, we won't obliterate the shocks or the arms. So we got the front and back bumper there. You have to get the bumper loops, the cushions, separate. Shocks. So I've just decided to go with a full blue setup on mine. Blue's my favorite color anyway. So I got these shocks from Next Racing. Hopefully they work out. You can see those. See the part number. NX420BL. We'll see how those work out. Oh, the part numbers for bumper loops, ARA 320748. And the bumper set, ARA 320745. Racing. Front CVD axle drive shafts. We see that part number, GRM288XF. That's the front set. And then the rear set is the rear CVD axle drive shafts, GRM288XR. So front, rear. These are going to come in key hot racing steel diff outdrives. 2 for the front, 2 for the rear. 2 to 3S body, because I love blue. We'll definitely pull the 223S stickers off there. I don't think anybody should be proud of owning a 223S. ARA 1562. So here's the Fury Tech Scorpion 56 kV brushless censored ESC and motor combo. We're going to be able to run 3S on this. So we won't blow out our diffs. We have the upgraded Arrma differential set, front and rear. Comes with bearings as well. So these are the metal geared internals. They also have the stock outputs on them as well, but I'm going to be putting the hot racing ones on there anyway. Part number ARA 311193. Already had this setup. This is the FlySky FS GT5 transmitter, and then a receiver. So this will have a gyro in it, so we'll be able to use the like the little steering assist if you go sideways or whatnot. So that is what we are going to be doing. Bear with me here. This is the first time I've ever recorded myself installing any upgrades. As you can see, I removed most of the stickers from the body. I don't know. I think it looks a lot better anyway. But this is going to be my little basher body that I'm going to use. I'm going to order another set of mounting gear for this one. But I just love that blue and black. I think this silver and blue looks pretty good after you remove all the stickers. I've upgraded a lot of helicopters with the full micro heli build, but that was before I decided to make videos about it. So we'll see how this goes. I got some tires on the way, some Proline Badlands, make it a little more truggy, so we can, because this thing goes in the grass and it gets stuck. It don't matter how tall the grass is, this thing just gets stuck with these stock tires on. And you can put a little bit bigger tires on after you upgrade the ESC and motor, and upgrade the differentials and the drive shafts and all that stuff, because it'll be able to handle the 3F power better, and you won't be blowing diffs using bigger wheels and tires. So all this information is regurgitated YouTube videos that I've watched along the way. So I'm no expert at this. This is my first time. I have upgraded a couple of my crawlers and the Traxxas eRevo 2.0 VXL. Swapped out some ESCs and other various parts. So it's going to be my first time doing a little micro buggy. So sit back, relax. I will be fast forwarding through a lot of this stuff. That way I don't bore the heck out of you. But you'll be able to get to see the kind of in between and end results. What I'm not going to upgrade is I'm not going to upgrade the arms or the steering linkage or any of that. As far as I understand, you need something. You need a fail point. You can't just make this whole thing aluminum and expect not to have to replace the aluminum parts as well. So I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to leave the arms and the steering links. I may upgrade the servo saver and the steering linkage inside here at a later date. But we'll wait for this stuff to wear out or break before I replace that stuff. There's no point in fixing something that ain't broken. Like I said, a lot of people say that you need failure points, and you don't want to be bending a bunch of aluminum parts that you spend a bunch of money on. And break this plastic parts. They're a lot cheaper, and as far as I understand, they hold up pretty good. Now I won't be bashing the heck out of this thing, breaking things every day, but I do want to do some basic structural stuff, make the steering a little tighter, and be able to run this thing on 3S without blowing out the diffs or the drive shafts, axles, all that stuff. So also eventually I want to upgrade the servo saver. That stuff goes out, and we'll replace it as need be. So I think we'll start off with the actual drive shafts, bumper upgrades. So we're going to start with removing this front bumper assembly. Let's go ahead and remove this rear. So now we'll go ahead and pull these shocks off. So I'm going to get this installed, all this stuff installed, but I'm not going to put the diff grease in there until after I'm done. can see that. Just pops right out. Plastic. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave these stock outdrive cups in. If they ever go out, that's when I'll replace them with these iRacings. New shaft. So this is the rear. So we're doing that one. And disassemble this front. Grease. It's got some high performance extreme grease. Just does everything you need to do. Okay, so we got our drive train components swapped out. Front and back bumpers installed, shocks, shock tower brace in front. That only took forever. Did a couple things I didn't need to do, but learned a few things as well. So okay, so we got our drive train components swapped out. Front and back bumpers installed, shocks, shock tower brace in front. That only took forever. Did a couple things I didn't need to do, but learned a few things as well. So alright, so now we're going to be on to the next step in this upgrade, which is Tech Scorpion. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all the stock electronics. As far as I understand, you got to pull once again, apologize for the lighting. Might get myself some ambient light next time I do a video like this, but you know, hey. Give me a couple different light sources so there won't be so many shadows. So we're going to pull this bad boy out. Bunch of screws holding this in. Doesn't look like there's a oh, there's one down there. These should be all the same size screws, the same length. Which makes it really easy to work on. The only screws that had a different size were the ones holding the hexes on. 12mm hexes for the wheels. Alright, so that was 4 there, 1 there, 5 there. Now this cover should just come right off. Should. Heard it's kind of a little tricky first, maybe. But I might be missing a screw or something. Let me see, let me make sure. I don't want to force anything off. Is there any on the bottom I need to take out? Oh, it looks like there might. Oh no, those are for the servo mount. That doesn't need to come up. Not yet. Probably take this heat sink off. I have to do that afterwards. Make sure there's nothing holding this on. I took out those screws there. Maybe I'll pop this screw off the fan. Magnetize those tips, you know, it helps so much. I don't think that was holding anything down, but I think I will pop this servo mount screw just to help myself out. Looks like these ones are longer, so that'll be easy to tell. Okay. That USB should pop out. Oh, you might have to remove this servo arm screw there. Okay, so that should pop out. Go, fan out. Now, just want to still make sure there's nothing. Oh, there it goes. Boom. Whole thing just pops right out. What's holding the... Oh, there we go. So the motor just separates right from that bad boy. So now we have a bare bones chassis there. I don't know if this is a plastic drive shaft. I don't think it is. I think it's metal. I think it's metal. Alright, so now that we got that out, what we're going to do is unbox our, let me move this out of the way a little bit, unbox our electronics kit. Heat sink off this motor. Because we're going to put that back on the new one. And we're also going to need to remove smaller one here. Let's see what size that is. I think it's a 1.5. Sometimes these pinion screws can be in there pretty good. But here it comes. I don't know. Pinion screw. Pinion should slide off. Well, not that easy. Let's take this mount off. Oh, that's the bigger one, that's the 2. The double. Now, I'm pretty sure from the videos that I watched, this pinion, this motor has the same size motor shaft. So this pinion should be a direct swap on the new motor. So let's go ahead and drop the motor and everything in this little box. I'm gonna be reusing this this fan. So I'm going to disconnect it, put it over here. But the ESC, oh, I'm going to need the servo off of this too. So let's grab that while we're here. It looks like that's a 1.5 as well. So swap back over to the 1.5. Pull this servo off the mount. Now I am, like I said before, I am going to be eventually getting a servo and a new servo saver, the 25 tooth one. Alright, so these are all different. So now let's swap back over to the 2. Actually, I don't need to do that. I'm going to leave that horn and servo saver on there. Don't need to take that off. It's already in the correct position. Alright, so I stripped it. Stripped everything off. The ESC and the motor. Boom. That's going away. So now let's pop open this new set. There it is. So this brushless motor is quite a bit smaller than the brushed. That pinion on there. I'm gonna throw in this. This is another part I'm gonna need to Loctite. It's got some dry Loctite on there already, but I'm going to throw a little bit more on there when I actually go and set it. Right now I'm just going to put it in just to hold it in its place here, because I'm going to have to adjust it once I get it. I want to see if there's a flat side on this motor shaft. there is a flat side. So that flat side should line up with where the pinion screw goes into. Right? Yeah, there we go. That way, when you do tighten it down in its final location and Loctite it, it shouldn't slip off that shaft. Oh, we got to put the motor mount back on here. And let's make sure we're lining it up with the correct side here. So it looks like let me look at some pictures here real quick, just to make sure. I don't need to look at that one. That's not going to do me any good either. It does, like, yeah, that's the only way it can line up, so. Now, this was supposed to come with an ESC mount, and I'm not seeing an ESC mount in here, so we're not gonna be able to do this quite yet. I'm gonna have to order the damn ESC mount. This was supposed to come with it. So that's kind of disappointing. Because everyone else I saw do this said it came with the ESC mount. So we're gonna have to continue this video at a later date. Alright. So now we're gonna be on to the next step in this upgrade, which is Tech Scorpion. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all the stock electronics. So now we have a bare bones chassis there. Unbox our, let me move this out of the way a little bit. Unbox our electronics kit. Now this was supposed to come with an ESC mount, and I'm not seeing an ESC mount in here, so we're not gonna be able to do this quite yet. I'm gonna have to order the damn ESC mount. This was supposed to come with it. That's kind of disappointing. Everyone else I saw do this said it came with the ESC mount. So we're gonna have to continue this video at a later date.